Hi, this is Duct Tape Susie, and this is my series of organizing with duct tape. This is a tutorial to teach you how to do the duct tape craft caddy. These are the things you're going to need. You may want to pause so you can read it all. Okay, you're going to do your front and back panels. Here you need 6 strips of your inside color, which is 8 inches long, and 6 strips of your outside color that is 8 inches long, and this will be enough tape to do both the front and the back panels. And you're just going to create a fabric so it's 5 inches in width. And then you're going to straighten out your edges and flip it over sticky side up. And now you're just going to cover that with your outside color, leaving a 1/4 inch sticky at the top so you can fold it over and it won't be any rough edges. And you're going to need to do this twice, one for your front and one for your back. You'll see here I'm doing both of them in case you missed a step or something. And I just want to apologize in advance that I had to speed this up so much that it's really choppy, and I try to do it the best that I could. Otherwise, this video is going to be at least a half hour long. So if you have any questions, you can email me at ducttapesusie@gmail.com. You can PM me or comment down below, and I'll try to help you out the best that I can. Okay, now to start your 2 side panels, you're going to need 6 outside color 4-inch strips and 6 inside color 4-inch strips. And you're creating a fabric here that's 5 inches long with your inside color, and then you're flipping it over and you're covering up the sticky with a 1/4 inch overhang on the top, 1/4 inch over for the sticky folded over. You're doing that times 2 to create both of your side panels. Okay, for your bottom panel, you need 3 inside color strips that are 8 inches long and 3 outside color strips that are 8 inches long. And you're just overlapping them, creating a 4-inch width on the side. While flipping it over, you're going to cover it with your outside color. You don't need to leave any tape over for this part. You don't need no fold over on it. So just completely covering it. Okay, we're going to start putting it together. You might want to pause it here to get all the instructions on the size of strips you need here. Basically, all you're doing is lining up your side panels with your front and back panels. We'll pick front or back right now and just like seal up the two so that it connects the two. You can do this on both of the sides and the bottom. And you can see how they fold. And then you're going to take your other front or back panel and you're going to tape it to the one side. And you're just going to flip it over, and as you can see here, it kind of forms a box, but you're going to flip it over and cover all the pieces that you just sealed off on the inside with your outside cutter. And basically this is just like creating a box. It's pretty simple. Actually, this is probably the easiest part of the entire thing. Since the pockets seem to be the most difficult, and you don't have to follow the pockets. If you want to do your own, that's fine too. I'll make a shorter video for you. If you want to follow the pocket instructions, and just pay attention to the rest of the video. And don't worry if you see me cutting off strips. I already gave you your measurements at the very beginning of each clip. So please pay no attention to me cutting off strips of tape. And as you can see here, how I'm holding it together like this, you'll put one piece of tape down on your bottom, fold it, put your sticky, fold it over, and then stick it to the inside of the side. And you're going to do that to all of your corners. And then once are the side panels that connect to the bottom, those are your 4-inch strips. And And as you can see, I'm doing with the bottom, I'm doing the same technique. I'm laying the strip down on the bottom, flipping it upward, the sticky upward, and then putting the panel together and then putting the sticky on the inside of it. And now you're just going to cover up all the places that you just put the tape on, so you're covering up your outside. So I'm just doing the card pockets for the inside here. And as you can see, the description tells you exactly right here how many pieces of tape you have, what size you need, and what colors. And basically I'm just making card pockets with the 8 of the outside color ones. And then you're going to take one of the green ones and you're going to cut 1/2 inch strips. There should be 4 1/2 inch strips, and you're just going to make your trim with that. So if you already know how to do the card pockets, you really don't have to pay attention to this part right here. And then you're going to take one of the other pattern tape and cut 1/2 inch strips in that as well, and you're going to use that to seal down the bottom of your pocket. So now you're just going to take your bag and flip it on its side so you can use the back panel. Sorry. And then here you are sealing it in there. You're going to want to go about 1/2 inch from the top of your bag to place your first pocket. And you just lay your second pocket on top of that while sealing the bottom to the bag. And you're going to do that to the same, right next to it on the same side panel, same back panel, sorry. And then you're going to take one of your green strips, cut in half, and place 1/2 on one of the sides to seal down the pockets, and the other on the other side to seal down the pockets. And you're going to take one more strip of the color tape and cut it in half, and you're only going to use that half right down the middle. So there are your pockets, and don't forget to cut your little slits so your cards will fit in it. Okay, now we're going to make the 2 front panel pockets. These are just going to be the flat pockets. And so you're just going to stick the 2 pieces of tape together, which should create a 3.5 to 3 3/4 inch. You want to get it as close as possible to get a longer pocket. You're going to cover it up with your 5 inch strips, allowing a 1/2 inch sticky on the sides, top and bottom. You're going to cut out your 2 squares on the top and fold over the sticky. That'll give you a ridge. And you're going to do that to both of them. So as you can see here, I'm just doing the same thing. And when you put these on your bag, you're going to put it on the panel that doesn't have the card pockets on it. It's the front panel. And you're going to line up the side of your card pocket to the side of your bag. Fold it upward and then fold over your sticky onto the side and stick down your other side. You're going to do that to both of the pockets. And there you have your 2 front panel pockets. Okay, now you're going to work on the 2 back panel and pockets. These are going to be accordion style. And I say half accordion because I'm not doing the full accordion strips on the side. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So basically you're creating the same type of a pocket, except for when you flip it over and you put the pattern tape on it, you're not having a 1/2 inch sticky on the sides, but you will overlap it by 1/4 of an inch on the top. You're going to do this to both. And the pockets are going to be the same size. You're going to try to give them as long as you can, so it could be about 3.5 to 3 3/4 inches of width. And you're doing that to both of your pockets. And then you're going to take your other strips and you're going to fold them in half. Now normally when you do an accordion style, you're taking full strips and putting them onto each other. Well, this is a half. You're just folding it onto itself. So that's why I call it half strips. You're doing that to all four, and then after you've done that, you're going to fold them in half again to set a crease on them. And I'm here lining up my accordion pieces and trimming them down. You won't have to do that. I already gave you the right measurements for it. And you're going to take a piece of tape, cut it in half. Actually, you need two of those. So you'll see me doing one. You're putting one half of the piece of tape on the accordion and sticking it to the pocket. And then you're going to do the same thing to the other side of the pocket. So you take your other strip, cut it in half, and you're doing the same thing, putting your half accordion pieces onto your pocket. Okay, next you're taking your 4 strips of tape here, and you're going to cut 2 of them in half. You're taking the half strip, putting it on one end of the accordion piece, allowing sticky. And I'm just measuring it right now. And then you're going to do the same thing to the other side. You'll have 2 end pieces with sticky there. You're going to line it up to the edge of the pocket like you did with the other ones, and put the sticky down. Now when you're doing this, the best tip I can tell you is to hold down your accordion pieces while you're taping it. And you want to try to line your pockets up the best that you can. And then you take one of the pieces of tape and you put it towards the bottom and fold it over onto the bottom. You're going to do the same thing to the next pocket. And you're trying to line it up so they're both pretty even. Now on my first caddy, I made my card pockets 3.5 inches, and I highly suggest that so they're not so close to each other. So if you want to do that, you can do that too. But either way, it'll work. Okay, this one's a little more difficult. You're doing the 2 end accordion pockets. So pause for the description of the strips and colors and sizes you need. And you're just making more pockets like you have been. But first we're going to do the accordion pieces. So you're just going to take one piece of tape, fold it over sticky side up, and put the other piece on it and fold it in half. These are the full-size accordion strips. You need 4 of those total. You'll see me cutting strips, but don't pay no mind to that because I already measured out your pieces that you're going to need and listed them in the beginning of each clip. So you should have 4 of your folded accordion pieces. Now you're going to create your pockets by taking your 2 pieces of green tape and making the same pockets you've been making all along. You're going to take your pattern and cover it up, leaving a 1/4 inch stick at the top, folding over that so you have a rounded edge. And you're doing that times 2. And this actually takes a lot of tape to make, so make sure you have at least 1 full roll and half of another of your half of your end color for the inside. It takes a lot of tape. So now you have the two pockets. You're going to take your other two pieces of tape, cut them in half, and you're going to do the same thing you did earlier by sticking them to your accordion piece on both ends. And you're going to do this to both pockets, and then you're going to get out your bag and we're doing the end pockets. So you're pretty much using the same technique here as you have been all along. It's just bigger accordion pieces. Attach your accordion to your pockets like you've seen. Then you're taking your two other pieces, cutting them in half, and then two full-size pieces for your bottoms. And this you're putting one half onto the accordion piece, and then one half sticky so you can put on the bag itself. You're just sticking it on the edge like you have been, pulling down your accordion pieces and sticking it to the other edge, flipping it up and taking your one whole piece of tape and putting it on your bottom, folding over your sticky onto the bottom of the bag. You're going to do this to the other side as well. Now you're just going to work on your two straps for your caddy, and you're going to take one of your pattern tapes, flip it over, sticky side up, and you're going to take one of your half strips of your green 18-inch, and you're going to fold over your stickies. This will create like a double look for your handle. You're going to do the same thing to the other one. This will give you two 8-inch handles. And you're going to get your bag out and your stapler and staple the inside down. I put about 4 staples in each handle. And then I'm just taking the 2-inch strips of tape and covering up the staples on the inside and on the outside. And you can open up your pocket when you're folding it down in, so you don't seal your pocket shut. And now we're going to do the other side, and you have to put this end of the handle inside of your card pocket and staple it down. So it might have been easier to do this before you put your card pockets on, and you're doing that to both sides, and then you're just going to cover up the staples the same way you did the last side. And I kind of think I have to refix the handle because I got it too close to each other, which is going to be a real pain in the butt. So make sure that when you staple it, you're making sure that your handle's right where you want it. So that's about it, guys. And like I said, I'm really sorry that I had to speed it up so much. And if you missed parts and you're really curious on how to do this, go ahead and email me at ducttapesusie@gmail.com. You can PM me or comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this was helpful.